Hey y'all, Natalie here today for a cherry on top, and I am scrapbooking these pictures of myself with my boys, and they're wearing bright shirts, and I really wanted to use some of these bright papers that I recently grabbed from the shop. There's so many bright spring and summer papers going on in so many different collections. So right now I'm going through the papers and I'm keeping my photos close because I want to choose some that go really well with the papers. And that one right there from Vicki was a contender, but I don't end up choosing it. This one also, I think this one is from Pink Paisley maybe? Or no, not Pink Paisley, Pink Fresh Studio. But I end up going with that floral from Vicki Boutin Color Study. And that pink is from Amy Tangerine Brave and Bold. And both of these collections go together very well. So if you love to mix and match like me, I suggest those two collections, kind of looking through those together. To tone down some of the brightness and wildness, I do grab a couple of black and white sheets as well because they go well with bright colors, and it just, excuse me, will give the place an eye to rest, so it won't be just too much and overwhelming. So I have this really basic black and white stripe from my stash. That was my dog sneezing in the background, I'm sorry. So what I'm gonna do is a design I do a lot. It's gonna be some rip pages at the top and kind of a trickle down, almost diamond triangular formation. You'll see what I mean here in a minute. So I rip off some of that floral paper, and then that sheet is from Amy Tangerine. And I know it kind of conflicts with the stripes, but actually when it's sandwiched between the two bright colors, it works really well. So, and that hot pink paper was also from the new Amy Tangerine Brave and Bold. So I'm going to layer these up so that you can see each of the torn layers. And I really, truly wasn't going to do mixed media, y'all. I wasn't going to do it. And then, yeah, I do it. Don't do it, girl. You know that TikTok video? Anyway. So, as I like to do, I love to come up with punny titles. So I just kind of put in mom t-shirts on Pinterest, and one of the things that came up was a picture of a ship, and it said, "I run the shipwreck." And I thought, oh my gosh, that's so perfect, because in the photos I was taking a selfie of me and my kid, and we get a cute one, and then the older one made a face, and then I got a picture of me looking up at him. And it's just so true. It's a shipwreck around here. I wouldn't have it any other way. They keep me interested. So I put my gesso in kind of that triangular formation, like I was saying, that will come out from the middle of those torn papers. And I ran this under hot water. My nozzle's just not working out, so I'm lucky I haven't spilled it all over the place. But I grabbed this shimmers. I think that one is called Pink Taffy. And I just put it in a couple of little spots that I already pre-arranged with water. And I'm gonna move that around a little bit with the paper, and then move it around a little bit with my brush and let it dry, because I want to add an orange color as well, but I don't want them to mix. So in the empty space I have left in my gesso section, I am going to add this peachy keen color, also a shimmers. And again, I defined the area with water first. I added the color, and now I'm going to swish it around and use my paintbrush. Clearly I need to change my paint water, sorry. It's kind of gross, right? And I'm going to let that dry as well. So pink and orange are the color of the flowers and that darker paper from Color Study that I chose. And there's also this really gorgeous indigo blue purple color as well. So I'm going to add splatters in the pink color and the orange color. But I also choose the Vivacious Violet from Shimmers to add in that purple color, to tie in that color I was just showing you from that darker paper. And then at the end, I do end up adding black splatters because I like to bring in the black from all the papers as well. But I do that at the very end. So I did wipe it up a little bit. If you want them to be more vibrant, you can let them sit to dry. I'm impatient, but I like the way that looks. And a lot of it's going to get covered up, but that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and stick down these torn sheets and kind of get the idea of how I want everything to look. I went through my ephemera drawer, my die cuts drawer, and kind of pulled out random die cuts that went with the color scheme. Okay, so when I say random, I mean random, because the stickers I end up using have nothing to do with what you would call a theme. They have nothing to do with motherhood or kids or shipwrecks. They are things that matched and that we like. I'll use plants, I'll use gummy bears, So, oh, before I stick things down, I have this floral stamp from the Brave and Bold collection. And I use my Melon Ice stamp pad from Catherine Pooler. And I just go along the bottom of the border of where the paper's in, the torn paper's in, just to add in that green color, because I am going to embellish with that green color. So I wanted to just have a little bit more on the background to tie everything together. So now we're going to go with sticking it down. And like I said, I just wanted this page to be bright and fun. Heath's shirt in this photo has all of the bright colors in it, and so that's why I thought it would go so well with these bright colors of papers that I chose. And we're just going to throw a lot on here, and I had a lot of fun making it. So I hope you are inspired to do the same. Like I said, these two collections go together really well, so I suggest, if you like to mix and match, to search among the Color Study by Vicki Boutin and the Brave and Bold by Amy Tangerine. Both are still available in the store. So I'm going to line up my pictures like that. I die cut a ship image with my Cricut. I just found it on Google. I just looked up pirate ship silhouette or something like that, and I made it the size I wanted. I cut it out with black, so it brings down that black from the top paper down. I like that green color, like I said, so I use that to kind of give another piece behind my photos. And I die cut the word ship out with the same paper as that hot pink piece down there, and I layered it up. I did like 3 different die cuts and kind of glued them together so it would be really thick, because that Momenta die is fabulous and I love it, but it is thin, so it's kind of hard to manage. That little label I found in my drawer said I made this, which is obviously meant to be for like crafting, but hey, I made those kids too, right? So I thought it would be really great and it matched. A lot of the pieces of ephemera are from Paige Evans' Pick Me Up collection, which is pretty old. I will argue that that was her best ephemera collection. It has really unique pieces that I haven't really seen elsewhere. There was like a trucker hat that was super cute. So if anybody has Paige's ear, let her know that is a really good collection and she should emulate that. Because I mean, I'm not going to say if Paige watches my videos, because I'm highly certain she does not. But now we're sticking those down. I have that pink transparency, not sure where that's from. It's a little 4x4, but it was fun because it's hot pink. It's the color match, but like you can still see the things when you stick it down. I really liked adding that piece on top of some of the papers and using that as a layer under my photos. So I get my photos stuck down and I stick down the pirate ship. I use my ATG gun and some wet glue as well. And, you know, I did a series or my go-to design is diagonal before, and it really is. Even this is diagonal because your eye is drawn to read from the top of the page down to the bottom where the title is going to be. So the title is I Run the Shipwreck. So I made ship really big, and so like the idea is to have wreck in parentheses or something, but I just made it really small because you're like saying, oh yeah, I run this ship. Just kidding. I run this shipwreck. Oh, parenting is hard. So I used some hot pink little alphas from Illustrated Faith to do the word wreck. And then I'll actually use some older Amy Tangerine black alphas to use to make the other part of the title. So I'm just going in and tucking under the photos and things, the little pieces of ephemera that I pulled out of my drawer. I don't use all of those that I pulled out. I never typically do. I try to tell myself to stop when it looks like it's enough. And this one is full of stuff too. So that little green piece there that says, I think it says the best of days or happiest of days, that's from Ellie's Studio. It's a Christmas tag, but hey, it didn't say Christmas and it was lime green, so I went with it. I find that I like to use lime green a lot on my papers, on my pages. Use it as a color that pops. I don't know, I just really like lime green. And there's the lime die cut. I'm not sure where that one came from, but that's gonna go on the page as well, just because it matched. Like I said before, you don't have to be super literal. I know a lot of people say they have trouble using certain pieces of die cut ephemera because they're very literal scrappers, but just try to get away from that so you can use up some of those pieces, because it doesn't have to matter. Like, I used butterflies. To also, just to make it seem not so random, think about it, you're matching. So I'm pulling out all the green bits, I'm pulling out some bits that have purple, but also I double things up. So like I put a popsicle sticker on there, well, I put 2 or 3 popsicle stickers. So repeating the element makes it not seem so random. I put a couple of puffy stickers that are plants. Repeating the element of plants with the florals up at the top, you know, makes it not so random. Maybe you look at it and think it's random, and that's fine. But to me, I feel like repeating that element helps, even though the items seem kind of out of place, they're there multiple times. So it works. So that little heart sticker had dots on it, like the dots on the flowers, just those kind of repeating elements that everything seems random, but not necessarily is. So I just had fun and went crazy sticking these little puffies. Some of those are from Amy Tangerine and some of them are from Dear Lizzie. I just went with the colors that were in that top paper. So lots of hot pink, lime green, purple, and orange. That was the one where he's making a funny face. So I found a little LOL tag and layered it up with another hot pink dye and just sticking a little puffies around to bring the color all around the page. Like I said, repeating elements to bring it all together. So I think we're about done. Yep, I cover up the photos and then I add my black splatter because I don't want to get black splatter. I already got a little paint on Heath's face. I'll probably have to replace that photo later. But I thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna link down below with my affiliate link to the Cherry on Top store as well as to the gallery. If you don't post over there, it's so fun. The ladies that are over there are so nice and everybody just is super encouraging and there's so much inspiration. Join us on the message boards and in the gallery. It's super fun. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bye y'all.